Welcome back, Mosh Pit Podcast. We are here in Sacramento. We're not in San Jose anymore. I know last week you saw me with Shane Torres, and he was awesome, really fun guy, awesome hang. I'm going to be doing more comedians eventually down the line. I know some people are just like, what the fuck? But it's something to get used to. I want to get some more people on, not even just comedy. I'm just trying to get all the aspects of the entertainment industry together, because I want people to know that I don't just listen to metal music 24/7, and it's not, and also like show people that bands don't listen to metal music 24/7, because that shit's annoying, because they're just like, I hate when I talk to people and they're like, well, sorry, we don't listen to the same thing you do. And I'm like, you don't even know me.
Give it time.
Well, we have the Make Your Mark. This is technically like the Make Your Mark team podcast.
Hey!
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Make Your Mark. Everything. AMN. Traitors. Long pause for dramatic effect.
Gator emoji.
Gator emoji. I want to get into it a little bit. So, my question, I don't even think I've never asked this to you, and I held this question for this purpose. What was the first time, Greg, that you met Soul?
Oh, bro, this is you never heard this story?
That's why I never asked, because I wanted to save it for an episode.
I think we just talked about it on ourselves.
Save
Actually,
it for the pod.
Soul was loading in his drums in the rain at a show in Modesto, and I was like, "Hey, dog, you want some help?" Because we were just chopping up earlier, but we didn't really know each other like that. We had just met on the internet, kind of thing. And then,
we knew about each other.
We
were Facebook friends for a while.
And then I was just like, "Hey, dog, you want some help with your drums?" Because it was pouring rain. We got his drum set in. I think Getty showed up a little bit after we were 3/4 of the way, or half. Mm-hmm. He was he caught in and he was like, "Oh shit, I got you." And so I was like, "Okay, for sure." And then we just loaded drums, and then I was just bullshitting with him, and then fuck, I don't know, and then that was kind of how we met, and then I don't know, we just kept talking. We were just bullshitting, so it was kind of crazy.
There was, obviously, there was a vibe between us pretty quickly.
Right.
You mentioned that you showed up and noticed that I was struggling a little bit. Do
I
you
was
want help with the drums? And the way I looked at you, dude, thank God somebody said something.
Yeah, you were like, bro.
Because that rain had started out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And, by the way, some people will probably remember Bittersweet Bash. Oh. That was the show that we were playing. And I had just shown up for load-in, and it's a bit of a weird setup for a festival, which is what it was. But the fact was that they didn't.
It was fucking pouring.
There wasn't enough room to fit everybody's drums or equipment inside
didn't you have
the
it
building.
Underneath the fucking white canopy at the beginning, and the gravel sand kind of shit, and it was
exactly. It
really
was
gross.
There was rain cover, but the ground had already softened up and gotten really just goopy.
Yeah, it was
by the time my drums were on there, and my drums at the time, I couldn't afford hard cases, so it was soft cases on that soft gravel, and they were getting wet. The drums are fine, they got away fine, but I had to check to see how waterlogged they actually were, because they were all wet inside the bags. So I put some new heads on the kit, and then they still sound fine and everything. It didn't ruin them.
Right.
But it's a nerve-wracking situation for loading in.
The weather was not on anyone's side on that day.
Yeah, so he saved me, helped me get my drums at least out of the rain, and then we were there all day for the festival, so we started chopping it up, and then we realized we vibe.
Yeah.
We see life the same way in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy. And then I don't know, there was I don't remember when it happened, but him and I were just bullshitting one day. And then we were like, "Oh fuck, bro, we've been on the phone for 2 hours. What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And, we were just chopping it up, and I was like, "Damn." And then we started playing Call of Duty together. And then I went to his birthday party, and we just became hella good friends out of nowhere. It was just kind of crazy. It was organic as fuck. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, and no, but you left out a key detail though. We were on the phone for 2 hours just bullshitting, And then at the end of the conversation, we were like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy if we started a podcast?
Oh, yeah. I was like, bro, I hella been thinking about that for so long. And then we were like, damb.
I wanted to
do it, but like we didn't know. And then he was like, well, let's brainstorm a little bit. And then I think it took like another month or so. And then we were like, well, yeah, let's touch back on this. And then he's like, bro, how do we get this going?
And then Greg connected us with this guy.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's how we got here.
So
yeah, I was
crazy.
The only thing I was worried about at the beginning was I knew I meshed well with you, but I wasn't sure if I never met you before.
Right.
So at the time, I was just like,
because you're such an unlikable person.
I know, right? But I was just like, but it's like there's people I'm really cool with, but then there's also people that are just like, I'm like, I like, but it's just like there's things that just me. But I don't ever like bring it up or anything like that. But like when it came to Soul, when we first met, we like instantly meshed.
Yeah. And
like it was nice because like I've hung out with you at shows. We've talked a lot. We've hung out a lot, and like. Me and Soul went to see Shane Gillis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get invited, and I was on my fucking couch.
He's probably never gonna let us forget that either. I mean, honestly, I don't know if
because I opened up my fucking Instagram the one time I'm actually on my phone, and the first thing I see is you fuckers at a goddamn comedy show, and it's like, thanks for the invite.
It was
dicks. I was like, fuck.
It was nice though getting to sit with Soul and like get to like prick his brain one-on-one and just see what kind of person he is as an individual.
He's right.
Because like when we film podcasts, we're always in podcast mode.
Right.
And like there's a difference between somebody in podcast mode or at a concert mode than in real life mode.
Yeah, no, dead ass.
And like,
I feel like I don't talk at all at shows nowadays
because he's on vocal rest.
There you go. That was so funny. When you did it to me the first time, I was like, oh, I'll go fuck off now.
I'm opening up for your show, and I'm telling you I'm on vocal rest.
I remember one time at a show.
I'm on drum rest too, motherfucker.
I remember when
never gonna let me live that one down.
I'm on drum rest too. My shit is in the back.
He's out there like this. He's just like, I'm stretching my fingers.
Finger fires. That's some real shit though.
Oh no,
I do
drummers, yeah.
I do finger fires before sets.
Oh yeah.
But like getting to sit with him and watch the show, and also like looking over once in a while, and he likes this kind of stuff. He likes the same thing I like, and like it was just damn hella likes in one sentence. But I just like that was where I was like, all right, this is gonna be a fucking good connect because now I know I meshed with Greg, and now I know I 100% mesh with Soul. And like I can be comfortable around our crew as a group, because honestly, like this is like my family, my friends, like really, really, really close friends know. Like I've always wanted to have a team or a group of people to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Because being a solo podcaster, I'm gonna say that again, solo fucking podcaster. I'm legit sitting.
Respect.
I'm in the front of the camera right now, looking at recording, looking at audio at the same time while conducting a fucking podcast. I just like wanted to just have people around me that kind of understood what I understood, because like I can connect with bands a lot with the music side, but when it came to the podcasting side, it was just like far few between. Like I could talk to 98 Rock, but they have a whole fucking industry, and SiriusXM has a whole industry. I can talk to them, and then like I can talk to other podcasters that mainly just do Zoom podcasts, and they're just like, yeah, it's difficult. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't even care anymore. I'll say I respect you guys. I do respect you guys, but honestly, it's just like we're not on the same aspects.
I feel like it's just a little bit different because it like, yeah, I feel like it's a little bit different.
I just hate when I know a Zoom podcaster and they go, yeah, I met them. We did a podcast. And it's just like, you Skyped them. Sorry, Skype's not a thing anymore. They got rid of it, but whatever you want to call it.
Damn, I'm old.
They got rid of it recently. It was like this year.
Dude.
I guess there's too many competitors.
I have so many funny stories about Skype, but like we'll do those later.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, they got rid of Omegle. They got rid of all this shit. Like, I think somebody made a rip-off of Omegle. It's like Omegle. and it's fucking hilarious.
I mean, just trying to capitalize on old clout.
It's the same style of like font and everything of the logo too. But it's just a U instead of an O.
It's not. I mean, you can get pretty creative and avoid copyrights, like
Honestly,
like proprietary branding. You'd be surprised how little you can change and get away with it.
Oh yeah, I think it's what 10%.
It's difficult
As long
to
as you
define.
change 10% of something, it can be the like signal or whatever, like or name or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's complicated when you get into that stuff. When you create branding for something,
I do not understand legal stuff. Do not ask me for anything.
No, yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not a
like
legal
like
consultant.
naming bands, coming up with a logo that's original. Being original gets tougher and tougher every day in the music industry and all the entertainment industry.
Yeah,
because
seriously.
people are branding things every fucking day.
Yeah, because like I mean I don't know anything about the law shit. Like I legit had a phone call yesterday with a friend that's trying to do like a lawsuit with something, and she was like, "Do you know any lawyers or anything?" And I was like, "I don't know shit."
Yeah, I mean, like I know people that know people, but I don't like
Know people.
right. Like okay,
I'm clipping that shit.
that shit actually like it's a real thing. Like it's hard to explain it in any other way, but like everybody knows a certain kind of setting or field, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, because I have like a friend who's a criminal lawyer, and I have a friend who's an entertainment lawyer. But like if you ask me about like some other type of law, I'd have to ask them to find out if they know anybody, and then that person, and I connect them with the other person. Like,
Yeah.
I indirectly will probably have a contact for something, but not necessarily have the contact for it.
Yeah.
Like having access to them, but not not being the primary.
Right. Like I
Source,
need a
like-
third party somewhere to like bridge the gap.
Yeah, I mean, life must feel crazy when you have an attorney on retainer. Like either because you're somebody who steps that close to the line with the law, or that you just have the money for it. It's cool to have somebody that you have built.
A lot.
Or but I mean, like having confidence in your legal representation because you're familiar with the person, they have a track record of treating you well. That's something most people don't get to experience. Like a lot of times, people will hire an attorney and it's the first time they meet them, never heard of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like that adds more stress to anytime you use an attorney for anything.
Well, it's like AMN has a lawyer, like because we got our copyright and we got our business, like we got the entertainment LLC like is all done and all that other shit, and so it's like everything's hella like legaled out to crap, and like I went in and did that because I was like, dude, I need like things. Like when we got signed, we had our lawyer look over the contract, and like he reviewed it and stuff like that, so it was like super easy.
And he did a good job, so now you can trust him. With this
like
kinda,
I'm like, bro, like this contract is like airtight.
There you go.
I'm like, I'm not complaining. So like, I'm happy with what I got and stuff. But like, yeah, I did have a lawyer for that reason, and it was just like, I didn't know how much I needed to know, but like, yeah, there's some shit that I've learned like from like people like that where I'm like, fucking shit, I never thought of that. Like,
being involved,
or the way that things are worded in contracts and stuff. You're just like,
being involved in a legal dispute, dude, you start to understand why it's important to have an attorney.
Yeah,
you
or like
you don't
creating an LLC and like how the tax brackets and all that go, and like what kind of like company. It's like, dude, there's so much intricacies to this shit, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm not that smart, so I'm gonna need somebody who's that smart in that field to teach me how the fuck this works.
Yeah, I've done 2 years of business and personal finance, and I still don't understand this shit.
No, it's so convoluted. Like people go to school forever for this shit, or like there are people that still learn every day. I've been cutting hair for 10 years, and I still see shit that I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So like you can learn every day. It's just everything's ever evolving.
Before I get any further, I'll be linking all the Make Your Mark stuff like I don't already. But I know you guys, if you guys are watching at this moment right now, if you're watching in this moment right now, go down the link below, right down here, and go to the Make Your Mark YouTube, IG. I'll put the link tree down here. I'll also put A Moment's Notice link tree down here.
How dare you.
And Traitors link tree down here. Everything. And I'll even put images right here of just random people. I also want to just say, because I watch, people always go, what do you watch? And when it comes to podcasts, I watch a lot of like comedian podcasts, and I even said this to you guys this week. But Bert Kreischer has this podcast, Something's Burning, and he had the Black Keys or something like that. He had them on, and I tell you what, like I've had bands on, and I've had bigger bands on that have talked about the situation. But having a band with that level of like history and and stuff like that, that was just like open of just talk, even though like. I know their publicists were just like, shut the fuck up. Of like, they talked about the downside of the music industry now, about how ticket pricing works and how it's distributed and how it's unfair.
No, I mean, that's valid. That's,
yeah.
Bro. I mean, dude, we could go down that rabbit hole. Like, are you really trying to go down that rabbit hole?
We're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but I just want to make a point of just saying to people of just like, when you complain about something when it comes to a pricing ticket, it is not the band. And some people really need to know that, and that really needs to be into their heads of just really like isn't. How ticket pricing works and how it's divided. It is not up to the band pretty much 99% of the time.
Here's how it works, just so you know.
That camera's not on.
Okay, cool. You're booking. Cool. We're learning things. Okay. He lies to me. See, this is what I have to fucking deal with. Okay. So your booking agent or your manager, whoever the fuck, they negotiate you getting on a tour or whatever, right? Or you're gonna go plan a tour. You go book the thing, and typically you'll either do one of two things. You can do one or the other. It's a guarantee straight out the gate. That's how much you're gonna get fucking paid for that tour at that time, you know, your band and all the accommodations on your rider and all that other stuff. Or you're gonna get a percentage. And so either of those is how it works. If you sell out a venue and you only are getting paid $500, you're only getting $500, and maybe you get back end. Maybe. Keyword. And if you get back end, it's 80% industry standard. So after the venue's expenses, so if they have 17 fucking security guards and like 18 bartenders, you're probably not going to make much.
Yeah.
Like if it's a huge ass venue, like they're going to cut that. And then not to include merch cuts if they are taking merch cuts. So in the grand scheme of things, it's really just gas money, and maybe you're making enough to come back with some money. Maybe. It depends on the severity of the bands, like how big they are.
Yeah.
But like, I can imagine when you get more orchestrated, you start having these bigger sets and all that other stuff like that, the profit loss margin goes down an excessive amount, because you have, let's say, a $120,000 set that you build every single night, and you have the truck that brings it to every show. So that trucker is already being paid for either by the by the booking agent or the manager or whatever the case, like whoever's like a part of that entity. So like even the like Parkway Drive, they did that big like orchestra thing. Mm-hmm. They had to bring all those people in and all that other stuff, and like the production's a lot, right? Yeah. And so let's say the tickets were about $120. Give or take, right? So, like, they got to pay each one of those orchestra players, the entire set building team, the light director, the sound engineer, all the stagehands, the bar, the ushers, whatever, all the people for that entity that night. Yeah. So it's like Slipknot. They get paid they got paid like 1.5 for like fucking million for Aftershock, right? To play. But you got to think about that. What did their stage look like? How much production did they go into? Did they have pyrotechnics? Did they have all this other stuff? And like all that shit costs money. And then
Slipknot has it all.
Yeah.
They put on a show.
Yeah.
So it's like you think that all these people are getting paid, or like there's a deal there, right? But then there's also how much that money's going towards everything else, and they got to pay taxes on it because you're an LLC. Mm-hmm. Chances are you're going to do that, and you're not paying taxes. So
yeah.
It's like that margin goes really fucking low in the grand scheme of things. And I know ticket prices suck, and I know Ticketmaster and everybody else that's like raping us and all that stuff in the fees. It sucks. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. Like, it costs a lot to go to a show. But don't think that the artist is the one that's gonna get all that money, because it's like chances are they're probably not, and it depends on what kind of show they're putting on, and there's just so many more factors to it. So like, don't go after the artist, go after more so like the people who are setting the prices and stuff. That's
Live Nation.
Damn. All right, not saying that one.
Oh no, they know. I remember one time I was at a show and I think it was a Live Nation or a Ticketmaster rep was right behind me in the line, and I was shit talking.
You're a bold man for that, dude.
And then they were like, the person that was like at the bar was like, they're right behind you, and I turned around and I was like, fuck.
Like they?
Ticketmaster.
What do you mean they? Oh shit.
And I turned around and I looked at them in the eye and I go, fuck you and your corporation. And they were like, what? And I was like, I don't care. It's not that I do care. They were something and they meant a lot to me growing up, but then they monopolized on it and got greedy. But I'm gonna get out of this sector before I just rant about it.
You could keep going in.
Banana. Okay, cool. Now that we're done with that, bananas. Okay.
I do want to get, like, speaking of Slipknot, Sid just proposed to Kelly Osbourne.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that ring was fat.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, it was like
they got that, like, I mean, they got that money, though.
Yeah, it was the size of a quarter.
No, I mean, Slipknot is they're a Goliath in the industry. I mean, that's...
Well, on top of that, they're businessmen. Like, all of them have their own businesses and stuff outside of, like, music and stuff. Like, they actually, like, do other shit, like, to, like, make money. Like, they made their money, but then they also invested it. Like, they're actually hella smart. Like, those guys are...
And Slipknot they don't tour, really. I mean, like, they do, but not a lot. And they make good money off of one tour because every single show is successful. They are never not the headliner. And so I was just going to mention that I think that is cool because it enables them to have an entire life outside of music, which is an industry that, as we talk about all the time, can consume a person. If you are touring like 9 months out of the year and you're barely even home, your bed is just something that you crash on for like a couple of weeks and then you're back out on the road again.
That's why some of these bands don't tour for like a year or two, but then they're like legacy bands like Kiss.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, are back apparently, and they're doing a show in Vegas. Is like, fucking why?
It's that money.
Okay. Here's my hot take. Fucking
retire.
Fucking seriously. Why I swear to God, if I hear fucking Guns N' Roses headlining a festival one more fucking time, you know what you are? Dude, that was fucking awful.
You're in the jungle
horrible.
Again.
It's so, dude, like, for the love of fucking God, guys, I get it. You been here for fucking ever. If Ozzy can hang it up, so can you. Fuck.
Which, by the way, ever since Ozzy's last show, for some reason,
I got so much respect for him for doing that. Just because it's like,
Yeah.
dog, like, you get to a point where, like, you hear these artists and, like, I fucking love them, but they are tarnishing their own legacy by how fucking bad they sound, or they just can't perform at the same fucking level anymore, guys. Like, it's okay. Just retire from this shit. Like, nobody's gonna fault you for it.
Yeah, and these bands.
But, like, you're tarnishing your own image by doing that shit. And you're, like, taking away headlining positions to bands that, like, truly are, like, the next generation to bring it up. If Ozzy can pass the torch, so can the rest of you. Like, just stop with the money grabbing. Like,
that's why, like, when it comes to, like, because, like, these, and it's the thing, too, is, like, these bands, they don't retire. And then, like, some shows they'll cancel, like, we have health issues. Like, no fucking shit. It's
dude,
like,
you're fucking 86 years old. Like, you want to know where the jungle is? It's, bro. Yeah, it's in your legs. Fucking hairy-ass baboon. Like, goddamn, you got that old man hair. It's just hair everywhere. Like, yeah, it's you. You're in the jungle. Shut up and go to bed. Take your fucking NyQuil, Grandpa. Like, God, Jesus.
Like, yeah, and, like, even, like...
I got so much respect for them, but I'm just like, dude, enough is enough, guys.
Like, I'll put it right here, but the clip of the fucking AC/DC shit, of like what was the guitarist that he was just like he looked like they and the thing that sucks about these bands too is like you'll see these clips, people are like, oh my gosh, they don't look okay.
They look tired.
Yes, it's like fucking take a nap. Put the fucking guitar down.
Back in my day, I used to be a touring musician. Yeah, sure, Grandpa. Like, bro, like I love
okay,
you.
let's get you to bed.
I'm like, I love them for what they did, but like, bro, you ain't not gonna catch my ass being 70 years old on stage. Fucking God, dude, like, at what point do you just go like, hey, dog, I love this. I really love this. This was an amazing opportunity. I had a great time, but like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Why the fuck am I still doing this like this? Like,
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You love it. But, like, there's a point. Like, I loved when I was in the Army, bro. Loved it. Traveled the whole entire world. Saw the entire world. I did some shit that I wasn't very fucking stoked about. But I had a really good time. I got to see a lot of places and a lot of amazing things. When it was said and done,
Yeah.
It was a time and a place.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, God, man. What I wouldn't give to have the 16-year-old body I had when I was a kid. But with the knowledge and power that I do now as a performing musician. But I'm old. I can't bounce around like I used to. I'm closer to 40 than I am to my 20s, bro. It's okay. But, like, I know that, and I got to listen to my body. These guys are not listening to their body, and they're like, oh, I got health issues. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, dog.
Yeah, you're trying to do cocaine when you should be taking one a day vitamins. Like
yeah, bro, like you're fucking like
supplements.
Those dudes partied like crazy back in the day. Like you can't. The longevity of that just isn't there. Like you can't do that forever.
And it's not saying we're not sitting here disrespecting you.
No,
it's like,
hell no. I respect the fuck out of them, but just retire.
It's just like, yeah, we know you can probably go, like these bands can go do one big ass show headlining and be like,
and be more successful than any fucking artist right now.
Yeah.
Like dead ass. Like they could say one farewell, like AC/DC fucking whatever tour, right? And it would probably sell out.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they're big enough. People still fucking love them. Yeah, got it. Guns N' Roses, same shit. Like, who cares? Not original lineup. Who cares? Doesn't fucking matter. Look at how Ozzy did Ozfest, right? Like, that happened. It was massive. I'm pretty sure it was sold out. It was fucking legendary. He went on his terms. He did his thing, right? I think we have to have that conversation when you get to that age. When's the fucking time to hang it up? And I'm like, listen to your fucking body, guys.
I know, like I
Like,
hope
Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly to me too as well, because at the Ozzy show, Ozzy posted that was the first time Ozzy ever met Axl Rose, and I was like, you've never met him before? And I was like, that's wild. But also it's like, dude, can you sit Axl Rose down and be like, hey, dude, hang up your jacket? Like, take your bandana off and put it on the fucking rack. It's just.
I got so much respect for them, and it seems like they just don't respect their own craft anymore because they're just trying to hold on to things that they know they don't got. Like, I know I can't run like I used to. I have 2 repaired knees. I can't do that like that. I can try, but it's probably not going to be as successful as I was when I was fucking 22.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I just
It
gotta
won't
listen.
be for anybody.
I just gotta listen to my body, but like it does come to a point where you gotta be like genuinely fucking honest with yourself and be like, yeah, probably not the best idea. Like I'm gonna do a fucking 8 ball of cocaine and then fucking butt chug a fucking Miller Lite and call it a day, and then fucking get on stage and scream, "We're in the jungle." Like, yeah, totally. That's not it anymore, bro. Like, those dudes partied.
And you
Like,
can
they
watch-
didn't just party.
Oh yeah, I mean because of the decade they came up in.
Oh,
that
my
was nobody even knew how bad cocaine was for you back
Bro,
then.
like, they were doing so much drugs.
And
Yeah.
they're also
So
these
many
bands are,
drugs.
and now like because they know they can't do it, they're backtracking a lot of their vocals and sometimes instrumentals just to cover up the fact that they can't fucking do this shit no more.
I mean, like, I'm not, that's not, like, it's not even a, like, hot take on that. Like, it's just genuinely, like, I love you guys. I appreciate what y'all have done. Please hang it up. It's painful to watch. It's sad to watch. And, like, I love what y'all do. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but Lord have mercy. Like
Yeah, like this is at the point.
usher
like,
in the next generation like Ozzy did. Like, we'll do you right. Just let it happen.
Yeah, because I've met Axl Rose. I met him 2 years ago, or not 2 years, but back in 2022, and like I love him, but like it's also like, don't you want to go like experience life outside of music?
So okay, is there ever a point like that you would feel like you'd probably get to?
When it comes time for me to hang it up?
Yeah. Like when you want to pivot and focus on family and other shit.
I see it as being finite, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see this even being my entire career. I think that there's a point where the touring will have served its purpose.
Right.
I'm absolutely in love with it right now, and that's natural for being kind of new at it. Mm-hmm. But I do think that this point could even come in like my 40s. You know, I really don't see being 50, 60 plus and even wanting to get on stage anymore, except for, maybe if I end up a legend at the end of my career, God willing, that maybe I will, make an appearance on a stage every now and then.
Right, like Travis Barker does. Like he just randomly jumps in and jumps out.
As an OG.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, I do agree with you that it makes sense to adjust and enter a new phase in life. When you have blazed your path and you've created your legacy, there's a post to that, and there's an after, where, we started podcasting, and we're being featured on our friends' podcasts now, and this is a space that I could see myself doing my whole life.
Exactly. That's what I even talked about. Like, people were like, would you do podcasting forever? I was like, yeah, I can do podcasting forever. But if I even wanted to retire, I know the people where I can if I wanted to, where I just couldn't travel to do this, I can go hit up Odyssey and be like, hey, I'm ready to jump in radio. Or like do something like that where I just sit down and just talk.
What was
all
it?
day.
Shade, fucking, oh my God. Eminem.
Shade 45?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like shit like that, like right, like there's people that just like randomly come into those things and like they show up to them, or like the Rush podcast with Max Crosby and stuff like that. Like the people are doing it, like it's still gonna be a thing. I mean, Bert's in his 40s, right? 50s. He's still doing it.
Wow. Yeah.
Right,
Actually,
right.
I didn't realize he was that old.
So like,
He doesn't come off that way.
Like the late night shows and stuff like that. Like there are people that have like been doing this. There are people that have been doing this forever, and it's like I think I would just want to pivot to more slower paced life, and like it just seems like you can probably admit to this too. I love headlining. I fucking also hate it at the same time because it's a really long night.
Yep.
And if I was doing that at 60, I would be the most grumpy human being in the world probably. Like I'm fucking old at that point.
It's time for bed right after.
After. Like there's
there's parts that are cool about headlining, but I'm only doing it if it makes sense. I don't want to headline just to headline.
Right.
Like, I have a lot of good memories of relationships with promoters in my local scene, because there were a couple who put us on at the very beginning and always supported us. Casey from Pinup.
Oh yeah, Casey's
actually
tight.
Just a real quick shout out.
Yeah, Casey's amazing.
Casey is, I will always love that guy, because you get put on when you have zero track record. Like, I'll give you a shot. But after, the point of this whole thing, I don't want to get too off track, is that over the years when Aniver, Kubrick Stare became some of the bigger names in the local scene, in the Bay, in metalcore. Of course, there's bigger names than us, but we got to a point where every time there was a metalcore show, they would immediately ask us to headline. That was always the first option. Like, we were actually hoping that you guys would headline, and I'm like, I guess, you really, direct support is the best slot in the world.
Oh yeah, 100%.
With Traitors last year, it couldn't have been better. Not enough space and Extortionist were the openers.
Right.
Traitors direct support, and then Born of Osiris and Attila headlining.
Yeah. Right.
That is still, to this day, the best tour I've ever been on, because it was something bigger than Traitors, bigger than every band on there. I
actually enjoy that more.
It was, exactly. When there's something bigger than yourself going on around you, that's why the vibe was so immaculate, because there were, we got to watch bands that we had been fans of for years, because they have such a long track record. Born of Osiris and Attila are both their own name in the industry, and they
Dude,
don't
fucking
get confused with anybody because
No.
they are them.
Yeah, like-
Especially when they came out.
dude.
And then Not Enough Space, New Blood, they are blowing the fuck up right now.
Yeah,
It's kind of unbelievable how quickly they've caught steam, and I'm so proud of them. They're all babies. They're in their like early 20s. But
yeah.
and they went out for almost 2 months with us on this tour, and you could tell they were new at it, but like they had the right energy. They were humble but hungry at the same time. And
Right.
whatever kinks they were working out, they were going about it in a respectable way. Like, you got to be new at something before you can be good at something.
Oh yeah,
Or
100%.
experienced at something.
Yeah,
And
that's
so, I mean,
just how it is.
that tour was amazing. But yes, in terms of headlining, I'm only doing it if it makes sense. If Traitors is confident that we can sell out a big room every night comfortably, then it makes sense. Otherwise, then we should be lower on the bill. We should be
Right.
going out with even bigger bands so that we can grow by being exposed to other fans as well.
Yep.
That's where you want to be. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't make sense for most bands to be headlining unless you're Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Limp Bizkit, these bands that will never open up for a band in their life.
No, they're just too big.
So it makes sense. Like,
Right.
if you announce a fucking festival that draws people from thousands of miles away, Aftershock, Incarceration,
Right.
the ones that are really massive right now, Warped Tour is back now.
Right.
The bands that you already know before it's announced are going to be the headliner. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they're playing? Yeah, they're way up at the top. Like, they're ending the night.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to play after these guys.
Right. Like you
But-
hear Blink 182, and then you're like, they're
Yeah.
undoubtedly headlining.
They're the biggest draw. And that pool of bands that are in that category where they're always at the top, it's a small circle.
Oh yeah.
but it's
Everybody
also-
else
I
should-
think it's just starting to expand though a little bit.
No, it's definitely doing what you're saying is exactly happening, and that's why I think a lot of people are just like kind of weird about the whole like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're all just kind of like, hey dudes, get it, appreciate it. Can you move over so like we can do our thing now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of new blood catching
There's a lot of
steam.
new blood
But so,
catching up.
What were
and
you going to say about
They're not
that?
getting the same
'Cause,
opportunity.
like with Aftershock, like yeah, we have Blink 182, Korn, Deftones headlining, but we also have Falling in Reverse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of controversial takes on them, but at the same time,
New blood,
they're new blood.
and a headliner.
And they're huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like I think Aftershock did that kind of smart this year, like where they had a headliners that are the new blood, not the old bands.
They have their finger on the
Marilyn
pulse.
Manson is. I think if I'm right, like thinking of the schedule right, but Marilyn Manson is playing before Falling in Reverse.
Yeah. And that's,
I mean-
you know what? In terms of,
That's what's gonna undoubtedly have to happen. Like
Yeah.
it has to be that way because, look, like if let's be real here, Asking Alexandria Stand Up and Scream album, right?
mm-hmm.
When that dropped, massive, right?
Yeah.
Headlining tours, all that stuff. Maybe they're bigger now, but are they as big as they were in that moment?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
People think it's these bands that think that they're still on the top of the roller coaster when they're already at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I mean, because they had that time, and if you're talking about awareness of the name, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's another to think that you were catering to the people who are buying tickets right now, and that those people are going to be more excited about Falling in Reverse because newer things are more exciting. You're more excited to get into a car that you just bought that's brand new than you are to get into a car that you've gotten into 2,000-3,000 other times because you've been driving it for 10 years.
Right.
And
So
it's
exciting.
it's
You want to see something different.
exactly. It's more exciting because it hasn't been around as long.
Another thing I'm happy about is certain bands also going back to their roots. I mean, with Deftones with their new shit, but also like Korn announced that they're, and everybody knows that watches me, I am the biggest. That's my top favorite band, Korn. But they are recording a new album, but they're recording it on tape.
I love that.
But it's like they're going back to their roots, and that's what you notice a lot of these old bands that are like headlining still. Like they're not, now they're trying to find new shit because they're running out of fucking options, and that's why I like about Korn. Like, you know what? let's bring us back to 1994. Let's just
Yeah.
have fun with it now and just do what we wanted to do. But like now that we know with the experience that we have, now let's just have fun, bring back our old sound, but also incorporate what the fuck we already did.
Yep.
Corn,
And-
repost
and-
this, please.
Yeah. No, and you know what's cool about that too is that they're catering to the fans that were like the young people at the time.
Yeah.
The people who have listened to them grow up as a band and are still listening to them because they discovered them when they were 16 years old.
Yeah.
Because they were brand new. So it's like you're catering to your fan base, and that's just it shows self-awareness. We made it back. Sorry about that.
Where we ended. Chris tried to give me hope that bands are gonna go back to their roots, and I said don't do that because Parkway Drive, if they make a heavy album again, I'll actually listen to it.
Hey, you know what? I'm not mad at the new Parkway Drive, but it's just not my cup of tea anymore.
If they go back to some like Deep Blue shit,
Deep Blue is what got me into them.
That's
and,
what I'm
then
saying.
and then after that I
Horizons.
went in after that I went to Horizons. Yeah,
yeah,
because
like I'm like
I
any
had-
of that, like
I mean that's because those are our roots.
fucking ripped. That
Yeah.
they were so fucking iconic. Like good.
Adam B produced
God.
Deep Blue, right? From Killswitch? Wasn't it Adam B? The
don't know. I think
guitar
so.
player in Killswitch.
Yeah.
No idea.
I'm pretty sure he produced Deep Blue. There's like studio diaries and stuff. I think I
have
remember that.
no idea, but those albums rip.
Yeah.
Parkway
Hey, Adam.
Park. Don't.
I was like, are you taking a call in the middle of the podcast,
Bro,
right now?
honestly, like deadass, like I would love for Parkway to make one more album. I mean, Whitechapel's making
think
heavy
that would
music
make
again. Please, for
that's
the
a good
love of
idea.
God, Parkway, just make one fucking heavy album again. I beg you.
That'd be cool.
Let me know in the comments if you want me to like bring in surprise guests on the phone. That'd be actually pretty funny. Just
Be
I bet we'd be
crazy.
surprised who this motherfucker's got in his contacts, huh?
I can probably I'm not
Nah.
gonna call them.
You don't need
I'm
to
not-
call people out. No.
I
But
probably could call. I was gonna say I could call.
You met a lot of people, though.
I set to kill right now.
see if they'd answer.
I have his phone number. I was
The day I can casually call Max Crosby is the day that I will cry. Every day.
Every day.
Crosby.
For the rest of your life?
Fuck yeah, dude. That dude's tight as fuck.
Well, yeah, he is, of course. Unzip the jacket real quick.
real quick. I do
so
want
it's
to.
fucking Raiders. Like,
Show him.
Raiders. Like, I Raiders shit.
Show him.
Raiders with attitude. Like, I'm like, I live this shit.
Uh-huh.
I fuck with the Raiders.
I want to bring this up.
Nope.
Breakdown King. He did lose his account, but I do want to clip this. I will post this. Everybody go follow X Breakdown King.
Everybody.
Everybody. I don't
Everybody.
care.
Because
It
what
takes
happened-
literally 2 seconds. Don't be a lazy ass.
Yeah, and like honestly, like if you go to Aftershock and say what got you to buy Aftershock tickets, go X Breakdown King got me to buy Aftershock tickets. Even if it was me, say X Breakdown King, or anybody, just say X Breakdown King got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that happened to you, man.
And I
That's
know,
just
and I
awful.
know at the end of the Aftershock they sent out forms. Fill out those forms. When you fill out, be like, who is a content creator? They'll have a form that says who is a content creator you would like to see again at Aftershock. Put X Breakdown King.
Yeah, deadass. Because, like, he got shafted by Instagram.
Oh yeah, when this podcast comes out, it would be that Monday after Titan Fest. The shit was awesome, right? Titan Fest was insane.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
But yeah, if you were there, leave a comment down below saying Titan Fest 2026.
How mid was my vocals? Not really. They, what? I'm gonna be on one that day.
I also want to talk about like meeting people and meeting all these people. I have like he's not like my greatest pal, but we talk a lot. And like I met him, Tommy. He's now the new vocalist for El Nino, and I am really happy.
Love
for
El
him
Nino.
because
Shout out.
he has been guest vocals on a lot of people's like a lot of bands. He also has like his own band, and he also has Newcomer, and him becoming that is also like a form of like a new generation of stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like he also has insane vocals. He's a really nice guy. I'm gonna say it, even though he'll probably be like, "Fuck you, Chris." First time I met him was in LA, and then I had to help him out with jumping a car, and he's like, "I'm from New York. I don't know how to do this."
Oh, nobody has cars out there.
Bro, like
Nobody.
Okay, I was in the army and literally there was a kid that was like, I've never driven a car before, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm from New York, bro. And I was like,
The whole street is covered in yellow.
I'm like, New York City? And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, like we don't really drive like that. Like he's like, I live in the city, so like we don't really like.
Yeah.
We
They
just
don't,
walk
they
and
don't
taxi
drive like that,
everywhere.
but they will hail a cab
And,
like a
like-
motherfucker.
Or like subways, like
We don't even know how to do that.
Oh yeah, I remember one of the other vocalists for his band Newcomer, fucking up his name, but like I know I met him. This is at House of Blues, and he was like sitting balanced on the rail in the green room, and he was asleep, and I was like, how the fuck do you do that? He's like, I take subways all the time. I was like,
Gotta find a spot to sit somewhere.
Bro, I mean,
Wow.
you'd be surprised on where people can fall asleep, man.
oh yeah.
Trust
Yeah.
me. I was in the army. I have slept in some weird.
I know people ask me how I
situations.
can sleep sitting up, like in a chair, and I used to go to church, and I went to church for 18 years, and I tell you what, you learn to master the field. Sometimes I used to master sleeping sitting up with eyes open. We're not gonna get into religion though.
I laughed.
Segway.
But
Segways are cool.
segways are dope, dude. Oh,
What about hoverboards?
Dude, scooters in the city. Dude, whenever I go into a city, if I have like a lot of spare time, I will get a bird scooter and just fucking.
They're pretty fun. Or
No,
lime.
I don't trust that shit.
Really?
I ride those around downtown San Jose
I've
sometimes.
watched so many people eat shit and die on those things, and I'm just like, you know what? I got legs. Look, I'm not religious by any means like that, but if God intended me to have wheels, I would have them. I don't. Nah, I'm walking. I got
for the
Oh,
legs.
so you don't drive a car either?
For the
No, I
audience,
drive a car, but I hate it.
Also, for the
I'd rather
audience's
walk
knowledge, you can get a DUI riding a scooter.
That explains why.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
I found
I
that
should
out
keep that in
cuffs.
mind.
I found that out in cuffs, and
Wow.
and I also wasn't intoxicated, so I didn't have anything to worry about. Like I did the field sobriety test, and like I was fine. But I was like, and then one of the cops was like, you know, you can get a DUI on these, right? And I was like, that's actually really good to know.
But they also tell you not to ride on sidewalks and shit. I'm like, where do you want me to go then? Do you want me to? I'm not going to go in the street with the cars, and the
I'll do that in LA, though.
bike lane. There aren't bike lanes enough to where you can avoid going on the sidewalk.
Damn, you guys don't have bike lanes like that?
I mean, we do, but they're not consistent enough to where you can reasonably get around.
That's
that way.
wild, because Sac is hella like they got that shit on lock.
I mean, it's either okay. There's bike lanes are pretty common, but a lot of times there's cars parked. Like it just doesn't leave you a lot of room for the scooter.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I'm like, every time I'm
we have
riding
a
one of those,
big-ass
I'm on the
green
sidewalk.
area. Like,
yeah.
they're all over the place. It's like,
Sac is set up better for it, I guess.
I guess so. Like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I be seeing motherfuckers fly on those things. I'm like,
I am an asshole in LA though when I get on a scooter. I'll just be in the fucking street just.
It's
Coming
LA.
through.
It's
Share the road.
It's LA, bro. You gotta be like the most aggressive fucking. I don't know if y'all have driven in LA, but like you gotta be hella aggressive when you drive in LA. Like there is no.
You
going
you
next
have
month.
to.
You can't be pussyfooting around trying
You
to
have
get
to
someplace.
start. Yeah, you have to start changing lanes at the same exact time that you turn your signal on.
Yeah.
If
like-
you turn on your turn signal to let people know and then you start to merge, they will cut you off.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
yeah.
don't give them the option to do that. You have to just go.
No, dude.
Fit yourself into places where you don't fit.
I
That's
have-
driving in LA.
I'm not a guy that drives trucks, and I had to drive a rental truck in LA.
Ooh.
And whew, let me tell you, I was the most aggressive driver. My friend was like, "You just gotta be a dick. You gotta just pull into places." And I was like, "For sure."
Like I remember, I've had friends in my car where we're going to LA multiple times where they're just like, when I get into LA. And they're like, why are you being such an asshole? You're driving. You're cutting these people off. I'm like, no, if you don't get in, they won't let you in.
Yeah, like they're hella aggressive in LA. Like bro, there's a reason why it's hard to drive there.
That's why when I go there now, I leave my car, I valet my car, and I Uber the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that's somebody else's problem.
Or if you're staying in a hotel, you stay in that paid parking lot.
Yeah, it's like this time I'm going to. You know what? I'm not gonna say where I'm going, just in case. But
No,
They'll
like,
this time,
find
when I go to
you.
Anaheim, like we park or we get a hotel that's close enough to like Disney,
Of course.
and like we just
And there's tons of them
there's
around.
tons of them, so we just walk, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, like dead ass like day 2, I'm hurting, but like,
Right.
I mean, I'd rather walk and like not have to like worry about people, because like, yo, people don't know how to drive.
That's why when I get my
I mean, sorry to cut you off. Just like if you're going to Disneyland, a lot of times if you get a hotel that has a shuttle to the park, it really doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, honestly,
That's
yeah. Like, bro, you gotta do it the right way.
when I get my hotel, because I don't really go to Disneyland, but
Boo.
I have a clip from Kente Scott's podcast where we talk about amusement parks. But like I usually get my hotel around where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, see, that's exactly
Got to.
That's how you should do it, or like close enough that it makes sense.
Like it's like where my hotel is in. There's hella hotels around there, so they won't know. But like, I have my hotel where I'm in walking distance to the Comedy Store and Whiskey A Go Go.
That's oddly convenient.
Good placement. Yep.
Yeah, and I just so that way if I want to walk, I can walk. If I need an Uber, I can get an Uber. But like it's just how you do. I mean, planning.
Just good planning, honestly.
Yeah.
At that point, like.
Just logistics.
Yeah, honestly, like that's like really like the best part about like going on these adventures, like or going to certain places to go do certain things. Like you gotta like, I don't know how people are whimsical and just go and be like, I have no fucking plan. I'm like, bro, I don't leave shit to chance, because I'm like, that's just asking for more problems.
Well, honestly, I think you can still have a spontaneous trip and plan it out right. Like just like the plan has to be there. You can make a plan like we're going this place this weekend. We're going to take a road trip, but we're going to get the hotel figured out. We're going to have everything planned out before we get there. Otherwise, the plan has the trip will be unnecessarily stressfry.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Right, I'm not trying to cause extra stress.
Yeah, when I go to when I went to Lake Tahoe with my buddy, I should call him, he's my brother, but he's just like, we found out about the trip and left an hour before hour after we found out, and
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
But like,
I love that.
but on the way there, I'm having him look up things to do.
Planning it out on the drive, that's next level. I like that.
I mean, how many times have you been on tour and like you have like a day off and you're like everyone's thinking about what the fuck they're gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, every day. I mean,
every day
when last time we played at the Nile Theater, you guys have you ever been to the Nile Theater in Mesa, Arizona?
No.
Okay, so it's a cool little area. There's a pho spot that I like to go to, and there's also the Arizona Museum of Natural History. Mm-hmm. So after this episode, I could pull up some like story archives from on my Instagram.
Oh yeah, you went to it, didn't you?
I just went and I looked at dinosaurs, and it was kind of a kiddish museum, but I had such a massive obsession with dinosaurs when I was little that I just went and I kind of walked around. I looked at the fossils, and it was cool. And it's something I decided to do at the moment I went to do it.
Honestly, it's fucking tight. Like, I mean,
It's the kind of thing you have to do on tour. You got to step away from the venue.
That's what I legit, like, the last episode that you guys saw was with Shane Torres, and we legit had a part where we were talking about, like, because he's like, we were talking about touring as a comedian, and when you, as a comedian, sometimes you'll have 2 nights at a venue, 4 shows, or like 4 nights at a venue. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, he told me, he's like, I want to start doing multiple nights so that way I can actually see where I'm at, because everybody assumes when I go to these places I see everything, but it's like, no, I only see green rooms, venues, and hotel rooms. And
right, and like
multiple nights in the same city.
Maybe something like small, like go like to a place to eat, or like something that's near the venue that's close, and you're like, oh shit, this is tight. Mm-hmm. And like you don't really get a lot of opportunity. And, like, sometimes, like, shit happens or somebody feels sick and, like, you got bubble guts and you're in the venue the whole entire time because you'd be fucking sitting on the toilet because you just ate some shit that didn't sit right with you on tour.
Or partied too hard and you're just too hungover to do anything.
Yeah, you're taking a nap because you're exhausted or something. Mm-hmm. And, like, you're like, damn, it would have been tight to go to this thing that was down the street that I had no idea about until it was closed.
Right. The Arizona Museum of Natural History was 0.2 miles from the venue. I was like, I got to.
Oh yeah, that's like we were talking about after our podcast with Shane Torres. His hotel is right next door to the San Jose Art Museum.
That's a cool spot. I've been there on field trips when I was little a lot.
Yeah, and like it's just like finding and what's crazy is people don't realize a lot of these artists or people in entertainment, they fuck with museums hard.
Oh yeah, no, me and Alan is the one that put me onto it. He likes to go find museums. It's museums and skate spots for him.
Yeah.
But he kind of is the one that helped me realize that there's so many more museums that I can go to since we're all over the country.
Right.
And I was like, that's a cool ass fucking idea. So I started looking for them. Every day you look up top 10 things to do in this city and it'll give you ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and especially since I've also like started fucking with art a lot more. I do like it because it's just like because like museums when you're on tour, I mean I can't relate, but like being able to go into a museum that like explains the area you were in or explains whatever the subject is of what the museum's about.
Even the history of the city.
Yeah, it's stuff like that where you're just like, oh, I didn't know that about the city. Now I can keep that in mind and be like, did you know about this? Da, 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 da.
Right.
And it's like it's just a good fact. And also like when you go, also especially with museums about the history of the city that you're in, you go on stage that night, you can fucking yell out references that the audience will know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's a good, especially if you've been in the touring game for a while and it's not your first time in any of these cities. It's good to understand where you are.
Right.
Fans appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it's just it's a good way to be as an entertainer because they're looking at you as somebody who's traveling from far away to be with them. But if you like comment on like the last game that their sports team played or something like that, like I saw y'all won the other day. How we feeling about that? You know, just that type of like local awareness.
Yeah.
It really, it
Makes them feel more connected.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. It's a good thing to do, and it takes effort, but it's valuable.
Oh yeah, that's why like, and like, cause like you'll hear artists at a show like yell out their area code or be like, oh, let me hear about like this fast food or certain restaurant that's like a locally owned. Be like da da da, and everybody be like, oh yeah, how the fuck do you know about that restaurant? Like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Like,
You know, if I could share an example that's the opposite. So Thy Art Is Murder, love them, right? I got to start with that. But I saw them back in like 2014, 2015 at Mayhem Festival. And CJ got on stage. And so Shoreline Amphitheater, for those who don't know, Mayhem Fest would go to Shoreline Amphitheater, which was in Mountain View. And he came out on stage and he was like, "What's up, San Francisco?" And the crowd was like, "Wait, what?" You know, it's just like, okay, come on, dude. You know, and I'm sure, it happens at some point to everybody. I'm not dissing CJ over that, but that's why it's important to where like, hell yeah, you're in the Bay Area, you're in Mountain View or wherever you are.
Mountain View is not that close to San Francisco either.
No, I mean Mountain View's also
least an
not.
hour.
Mountain View's not the type of city that's known all over the country. So like I get it.
Yeah, no.
But it's more noticeable if you do get it right than if you don't, because if he's from Australia. They're Australian, right?
I think so.
So San Francisco is obviously a much more notable city than Mountain View is. But if you do get it right and you're like, "What's up, Mountain View? How we doing today?" It's like, "Damn, you got that?" Like, how do you know? How do you know about Mountain View? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's more noticeable if you do put in that effort.
Yeah.
And so
that's fair.
like it's understandable that he thought he was in San Fran. Like, okay, I get it.
Well, it's like I was in the Army and like people literally fucking. I know I keep saying that like you guys don't fucking know I'm in the Army, but like Jesus Christ, I don't know clips wise, right? I guess. Dude, there were people that were like, "Oh, I've been to California." I'm like, "Where you been?" They're like, "LA," and I'm like, "That's not California, dog."
yeah.
LA is LA.
LA is LA. Like LA is a different breed of
It's like-
fucking. I'm like, what part of LA? And they're like, Oceanside. I'm like, okay, that's like one segment.
People
Yeah,
also
no.
don't realize how big California is.
It's fucking massive.
I hate when I have like friends from like other states hit me up and be like, "Hey, we in LA. Do you want to slide through?" And I'm like,
bro, LA's deep.
Yeah, no, it's like okay, it's like LA is a whole just area. It's a county.
Right, like they're like, we're
so-
gonna be in LA. Come down. I'm like,
Right.
bro, that's a mission.
And I mean, but at least it's if you say LA, you know what they're talking about. If you go to the IE, it's a whole other pocket of just different areas: Riverside, Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, all these different places. Fucking Rancho Cucamonga, all this different shit going on there.
Ventura,
And if you say you're in LA, but you're in Riverside,
You're not like even Indio, and you're not in LA, but you're close enough to it that everyone knows, and that's where Coachella is. So it's just like, bro, like
right.
There's so much
like you gotta
shit.
like just send me your location. Just
no, dead ass. Like, cause like I think like people are just like, it's so funny when people are like, oh, LA, like we're in California, like I've been to LA, and I'm like, bro,
you're inside of California.
I'm
but
like, you're kind of there, but like, bro, like go up to Sacramento, it's a whole different vibe. Go out to the Bay Area, and I'm like,
whole different.
it's like
vibe.
you and I were saying like East Bay versus West Bay shit. I'm like, bro, like East Bay,
right.
rough. West Bay,
I mean, it's different. A lot of culture though.
yeah, a lot of culture. West Bay, a little bit better off, like financially in areas.
Different area.
Yeah, in different areas and stuff. And it's like Sacramento. Okay, what part of Sacramento? And then you're like Folsom, and then you're like, oh, you got money. Or like Roseville.
Or
Okay, you're like
El Dorado Hills.
like yeah.
Or
I'm like
you're not in Sacramento.
you're not in Sacramento, dog. You're in fucking El Dorado Hills. Like, you got hella fucking money. Like,
I hate when people
Right.
say like, "Oh, I'm from this city," and they see I'm like, "Oh, what part?" And they go, then they say a totally different city, and you're like, "Then you're not in that city." Like
I'm from Sacramento. Where are you from? Woodland. Fuck out of here, bro. No, you're not. You're not. I mean, you're from Sacramento, but you're from fucking Woodland. Like, there's nothing over there. You got a Target and a bunch of fields. Shut up.
You got a Costco with a parking lot and an In-N-Out and a fucking tractor.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Tractor Supply.
If you got a Tractor Supply in your town, bro,
Gotta
you're
plow
not
your-
from a big town. Like,
Gotta plow.
I'm like, bro, like, chill.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, the In-N-Out still a flex because most areas of the country don't have that.
Yeah.
You're like, you got an In-N-Out?
Well, it's because they got
Okay.
farms. It's because they got
Alright.
farms close to it, so
Yeah.
they always locally source.
You know
Yeah.
what city I do want to like make a nice big venue is Davis.
Davis would be tight because it's a middle fucking spot.
It's a
Like,
great middle
It's
spot,
all-
and there's also a shit ton of college students that would
It's a
show
college
up.
town.
Yeah, it's dead as
UC Davis.
hell- okay, so here's
Other than the university,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Here's the weird ass thing about Davis that like I kind of like have a very interesting perspective here because as a barber, everybody in Davis, there's only one good barbershop out there apparently. Like legitimately. Like they're like, oh, there's one good barbershop and there's not a lot going on there. And most of those people come out to Sacramento for their haircuts. I've met more people from Davis that come for haircuts in Sacramento because there's more barbershops in Sacramento. So there's not really shit going on in Davis. No, don't get me wrong.
How far away is Davis from Sacramento?
Like
40 minutes.
Depending
Okay.
on how the causeway is.
Yeah,
That-
depending on the causeway.
That's longer than I want to drive for a haircut, so that says something.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I
it's like,
drive 12 minutes for my haircut.
Yeah, okay. So like I
5.
don't. Yeah, okay, whatever, man. Fuck y'all.
No, it's just San Jose's got barbershops everywhere too.
But
No,
yeah.
but that's the thing is like it's different, right? But
Yeah.
Davis is just so dead.
Right.
yeah.
Like,
like,
they
here-
haven't built it up yet. And like who are there kids out there actually making music yet? Like we got to ask ourselves a lot of questions like or kids that are into the style of music like
The question
The
is,
demographic, is it there or not?
is it an untapped market? That's the question.
I think it's
before
the
you
biggest.
try it.
Okay, here's my
could be.
thoughts because high school I hung out there every fucking weekend.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing, and it's still
Are
the
you
same
from
thing.
out there?
No, I'm not from Davis, but I go to Davis a lot because here's the thing about Davis that I love.
oh you're in Vacaville.
Doxed.
Okay, here's the thing about Davis though. Here's the thing. They have
I'm from Natomas, dog. If you want to see me run up.
Pull up.
Here's the thing.
Like-
Here's the thing about Davis that is the reason it's untapped is if Davis put a nice great like a goal field sized venue even like the Sacramento one like they could really profit off of that because they have a record store right next to a kava bar, right next to a shaved ice bar, right next to a Mexican spot that's fucking delicious, right around the corner from Froggy's Pub that has the most delicious like wings, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and like they have all these stuff there that you can do before a show that like people would love to do, especially at the Machado Armadillo's record store. You can go there and chill there for hours and look through all their.
Are there hella people going in?
No, it's a thing. It's
See,
like it's
this is
dead.
what worries me about that place. Like I'm like, is it dead? I'm
But
like,
here's the thing,
Or,
it's
or
the-
like, could you revitalize these businesses by putting this as the center? Because it could be one of those the spots. It could become
Could
the
be.
spot. It could be,
could
but there's always inherent risk in opening a new venue,
100%.
especially when there aren't a lot around already.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And the only people that throw shows there is the people that know somebody in usually just a fraternity, and they throw their shows at their fraternity house. And like
That's pretty tight.
like
That's
what's his name from SOB? You guys know SOB? RBE?
Not super familiar. I've heard of
You
them.
said SOB, and my mind went like son of bitch. I was like, what? I'm like, what?
They're from the Bay Area, but like they're
What's the acronym?
I don't know the acronym it stands for, but I've always
It's literally gonna murder me for the rest of my life now.
We should put the information on the screen so we could just look
Du
extra
Bois.
stupid.
So the guy his name's Du Bois, and
Okay.
he's done songs with a shit ton of people like Ice Cube, E40, all that shit.
It's like rap.
Yeah, rap music, but like he did a show at a fraternity there, and it sold out fucking quick because the college scene all wanted to be there.
Do you think it was more of a rap thing, or do you think that there's metal fans out there?
But here's no. What's the problem is there's a good amount of a day life in Davis, but there's no nightlife.
So what happens when you add a nightlife? That's the question.
Because these businesses close because there's no nightlife there, because that's why they close earlier. They close at like 7 or 8, and when there's a nightlife now, oh shit, we can keep our store open later
Are the
and make
pubs
a
like busy?
Oh, on Fridays and Saturdays, yeah, and they block off they have a Woodstock pizza there. They have a street blocked off where they have a Woodstock pubs and like all this shit, and it's really, really, really nice. And like I think
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe Davis is like untapped.
Because you know what's interesting about that too is that it's always nice when there's something to do that's like the center of the night, and then you hit the bars, or like before you go to the show you hit the bars. Because when you're in an area where there's nothing going on, a lot of people, the attraction is going out and just getting fucked up. And that creates a lot of bad habits when drinking or smoking or like whatever is the main thing, rather than having that be having that
if you're in college, you're doing that regardless.
You are, but it always, I think it adds to the night when there's something else that's the centerpiece rather than consuming
100%.
substances.
That's why that's another reason like these businesses can have a reason to stay open later, especially because like the reason people get too fucked up at a show or get too fucked up before a show is because they know after the show there's nothing the fuck open, everything's closed, and the only places that you can go drink and open are usually dead, and there's nobody there anymore because everybody left because people show up and there's nobody there because everybody's at the concert, and they just leave. And then people show up after the show to these bars, and then there's already nobody there, and like, oh, we'll just have one drink and leave.
Yeah, or get a bottle and go home. Even like whatever. This is shot. Let's just go back to the house.
I don't know, man. The entertainment in general is just such a weird place. Like I worked on 4th of July, and I thought like literally nobody was gonna be at the bar, and like it was packed.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I guess everybody gets done with family stuff, and it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night, you know. And then people are like, what am I gonna do with the rest of my day? I've been drinking all day and stuff, and they're like, I'm gonna go to the bar. I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing.
Yeah, no, 4th of July isn't one of those holidays where everything shuts down, like on Christmas, for example. You know what I mean?
Christmas is dead. Like you
right.
just go to bed.
Like everybody's opening presents, or they're with family, or I mean, you know, God willing, you have a family to spend that vacation with. Some people don't have a great relationship with those particular holidays because their family situation is not, you know,
ideal.
That's sad when that's the case. But on 4th of July, you know, I'm sure the people who have done their family stuff or didn't have any family stuff planned, they want to go out still.
I think would be dope is if, I mean, I know they wouldn't be down for it, but if like we have a Goldfield Roseville, we have a Goldfield Sac, we should have a Goldfield Davis.
Just expand the brand.
Yeah, I don't think they'd ever do it.
They wouldn't. I know they wouldn't ever do that. They wouldn't. They already have way too much on their fucking plate.
I don't even know how they function.
Both of those venues seem to be doing a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
you also got to realize the talent buyers. They're not just. It's not just Goldfield. It's not just.
Dude, they have like hella venues.
Yeah.
They have hella venues and partnerships with other companies and bars and stuff like. They're doing very well for themselves. Like
They got their plates full, and those venues are taken care of well. They do a good job. The staff there.
They really do. And but those connections run deep. Like I'm talking like deep. Like there's stuff that I'm learning still to this day, and I'm like, you do what with who? I'm like, how the fuck?
I know, that's why I already talked to Chad to have him on, and we're gonna be setting some shit up. But I want to pick his brain because
Chad's a wizard. I mean, him and Simon have been doing this forever, talent buying. So it's I don't know. I meet people sometimes in that group of individuals, the people that work in that the business side of the music industry, bro. The shit that I hear from them is insane sometimes. I'm like,
the amount of unsung heroes that are involved in the music industry. Let's just shout out real quick the sound guys, the bus drivers.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to do. I'm talking to I'm trying to get every aspect of a concert. That's why I'm bringing in Chad. I'm gonna start bringing in a security guard I know very well that does these shows, to get a security guard's aspect, to get a bartender's aspect, to get a photographer's aspect of everything. I just want all these people's aspects, so that way somebody that's curious about this shit, and I'm gonna be making a playlist of band and the aspects of just of the unity of these people that create this one show.
no, I mean that's valid. There's so much to this, dude. We could sit here and yap for days.
Yeah, I'm also
days.
We are probably at an hour over, but
Or we don't have you to give us the usual 55-minute warning on Make Your Mark.
Good. No, I've been calculating.
You're on top of it. What am I saying? Of course you are.
Percolating.
Percolate. But I do want to thank you guys again. This is awesome. Also, saying I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to have a team to work with, and also thank all the bands that I've gotten to work with, all the venues I've gotten to work with, and all the people I've met along the way that want to come on the podcast. 100%, I will have you guys on in the future, and you guys gotta realize I am 22 fucking years old. This is just the beginning of this shit. It is not. I'm we're going on our 100th episode at the end of this year. Surprise. But I just want you guys to know that there will be more people, and there will be people that you guys recommend that you want to see me talk to on. This is just the fucking beginning.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have way more fun.
Oh yeah. This is gonna be insane.
Years to come.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be.
I mean, podcasting is just fun, dude.
It's just fun.
I love it.
There's not. I mean, it doesn't even feel like we're working.
And if anybody's listening, going
We're not.
I wish I could.
We're not.
If anybody's listening, and I've had a lot of people ask me how this podcast works. If you want me to do an episode about how podcasting works, I will totally do that. And you guys gotta realize this. It is not as complicated as you guys may seem, and it's also not people always say, "Oh, I have to do it weekly. I have to do it weekly." No, you fucking don't. You also don't have to do it once a month. You can just do it when the fuck you want to do it. It doesn't have to be under a certain schedule. If you want to do it, fucking do it. And that comes with anything in life.
Yep, dead ass.
All right, but thank you guys again. All their shit will be down in the link below. Bands and podcasts all together. I'm gonna do it because Soul wants to do this on his podcast. Like and subscribe. Click that notification. I want you guys. If you guys can do it, hit it with your nose.
Get well acquainted with the links down in the description. Shout out to Lit Mafia. Also, come see Traitors at Warped Tour in November.
Oh yes,
in Orlando.
And
subtle flex. Sorry.
A Moment's Notice will be on tour, I think.
Yeah.
A Moment's Notice music is great. They dropped a song today.
When we filmed this.
We filmed this.
Yeah.
It's probably been out for a month by now.
I would pronounce it, but I don't.
Sukiyami.
Sukiyami.
There we go.
It's okay. You guys, it's fine.
I need to learn this shit. I don't know if it's Japanese, but I know I'm going to Japan.
It's Japanese.
I'm going to Japan next year. I need to start.
It's three syllables.
Can I go? I'm just kidding.
It's three syllables.
I want to go to Tokyo too, though.
Okay, so you guys are going to go. You know what? This is
I'm
bullshit.
not.
I'm out.
We should go to Tokyo.
Bye!